One of the reasons why we are worried and the reason why we're concerned is for the simple fact that we think that God is taking too long in getting us out. The next part of our text says, before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. In this life, there's a certain time where people think we should have graduated, a certain time where we should have got married and started a family, a certain time where we should have been set in our career and know what we want to do for the rest of our lives, a certain time where we should do this and do that. But understand that that's when anxiety seeps in. That's when worry begins to seep in if we go according to how people feel we should be moving. But we got to understand that God knows the perfect timing. Think of it like this: a baby, they go through a teething process, and the only way they can express that they're going through pain is by crying aggressively. But at the end of their crying and at the end of their teething, it brings them to a place where their teeth comes out so they're able to eat solid food. And it's just the same way with us. When we go through our obstacles and when we're worrying, we get to a place where we're just crying. We're crying excessively. We're crying aggressively. We're asking God questions. When are we going to get out? When are you going to make a way? I know you're going to do it, but when are you going to do it? It seems as if you're taking way too long, but we got to settle down and we got to trust the timing of God, that if he starts something, that he's going to complete and finish it. So we got to understand that God, the reason we're going through is what we're going through is because you want to complete something in us. There is something that you're working on us. There is some character development, some character building, and eventually it will work out for our good. Eventually it will turn around in our favor. Eventually we'll understand why we had to go through it. So dear God, help us to trust your timing. God, help us to trust your will. Help us to know that if you started something, you will finish and complete it. So the only thing we got to do is trust the timing of God.